Pueblo's an outstanding football team. You take a look at it, they're defending national champs. Right now, they feel that maybe their defense is playing even better than they did last year, and they were the best defense I've seen in Division II in all the years I've been associated with Division II. I think you take a look at them right now, I think that their offense has become much more efficient since that upset with West Texas. Cameron McDonald, he is phenomenal. I mean, the guy leads the nation in rushing. They are tough. His brother, Bernard, I think leads the nation as far as yards per carry. They have a very talented offensive line. They are solid. They got some big-time speed receivers. And so, offensively, they're going to take some shots down the field. They're going to pound it at you. They're going to hammer it. They'll mix in some of the quick passing game to control and keep you off balance. Their defense is really solid, and special teams. So, I mean, you look at them, they are a solid football team all the way around, and I think they're worthy of their currently, I think, number 4 national ranking. They are one of the best teams in the country. Well, I think the run game for each team is going to be really important this week, because I think a team that can run the ball efficiently can keep where they have both the ability to be two-dimensional and mix in both the run-pass option situation and really utilize the play-action passing game to develop, the bigger threat down the field. If you're able to stop somebody as far as running a football, whether it's them stopping us stopping them, and turn them into one-dimensional, I think both these defenses have been very, very good at creating turnovers, getting sacks. I think they lead the conference in sacks. They're in a standpoint that, for us, we need to be able to continue to keep their offense off the field, because their offense is a pound it at you. It's kind of like the old heavyweight fighter. They're gonna keep pounding on a body, They'll take a few shots to the head, and you better avoid those when it happens, so you don't get the big play. But over the course of the game, they really try and wear you down. And if you look at it, I mean, they've been able to put some people away, because early in the game, what might be 3, 4 yard gains all of a sudden become 50, 60-yard gains and touchdowns. We have to keep them off the field, keep our defense fresh. I'm sure they feel the same way about us. It's a standpoint that the team that can run the football best and that can control the clock, I think, is a team that's going to have the best chance for the most big plays as far as within the football game. And it is good. It's going to be a 60-minute game. I think that keeping your defense off the field will help your defense be more efficient when they have to be on the field. And so I think the run game, and I think mixing in both the control pass game and hitting the big play when you have it, is going to be a huge thing this week. There again, I think you take a look at it. I think they are extremely good in the red zone offensively, because they can pound the football. And I've said for years, I think that it isn't so much a matter of whether you run the ball, throw the football down there. You got to do what you do. Well, their offense doesn't change one bit down in the red zone. They still have some big play wide receivers that can get things, but physically they're going to create some things that sometimes it just comes down to physical matchups, and it comes down to being able to tackle a guy one-on-one. And Cameron McDonald is extremely tough. He is hard to bring down. He is fast, he's elusive, but he's physical. And so I think that's why they have been so good there. I think our guys have been really good because we have stayed very sound. And that's, again, one of the biggest things that Coach Patton's been talking about already to our defense. We have to make sure that we are staying in our run fits. We have to be good one-on-one tacklers. But at the same time, you've got to know that, if you're going to miss, you got to know where your help is. And what you have to be able to do is know that the other guys are going to rally to it. I think one of the things that's helped us is we got very good team defensive speed. And so we can get guys there, and I think those are going to present some great matchups for people to watch come Saturday. Having an opportunity to play for a conference championship is something we definitely wanted to do when I took the head coaching position here. At University of Nebraska-Kearney, we were a team that we played for those on a pretty regular basis. And it's a standpoint that if you take a look at it, Coach Riston has done that at CSU Pueblo. When he built that program, they built it from the ground up, from the foundation. And so even every year when they graduate quite a few seniors, they've got great young men coming back into the program. And it's never a situation that their cupboard is bare, because they built it the right way through the recruiting, through the development of the players, and through the retention of those players, and by having continuity as far as their system. They are, I think, a very much a model program for Division II programs in the country. That's kind of what we want to do here. We have been building it with young players. We're still relatively a young football team, but we want to have a chance that our guys can compete for championships and know that every year, even when we have seniors walk out that door, we've filled the cupboard basically with really great players coming in that from the freshman year coming up, and whether they redshirt, to get that experience, to be able to have that expectation and know that they've also done the things necessary in the weight room, in the video room, on the practice field, in the classroom, every single thing to give them that opportunity. And so it is what we want to try and strive for. And so at this point, this is tremendously exciting for us because we know that Saturday it is a big game. It's a big game as far as for the conference championship. It's a big game as far as for the regional ratings, for national playoff hopes. But it's also a standpoint that when we get into the game, we have also talked to our guys that all of that others you got to put by the wayside. You have to focus on playing one play at a time because it's easy to get caught up in all the other hype and all of a sudden lose focus of what got you there, of what you're doing at that point. And so as we address this game, yes, we're acknowledging that exists because it's there. The players are going to hear it. But we also want them to understand that it still comes down to focus on the things that got you here and focus on the play at hand. I think one of the things that has helped us this year is we do have more continuity in the offensive line. With Nick and Zeth, those guys have been starters for a long time. They understand the things that we're going to see. I think they're two of the finest offensive linemen in a conference. But they've added some stability in there, and then you put in and around them. Aaron Simons has started a lot of games for us between last year and this year. I know he's played a couple of different spots, but he's got a lot of starts in there. Eric Cederloff has played and has several starts, last year, this year, but also, again, playing both the tackle, playing the guard position. Austin Beswick has stepped in there and played and things for us at times. Jordan Knapp has stepped in there and played. But Austin Fleer has stepped in and really given us some solid performance at that left tackle spot, starting every game this year. Last year, I think he might have had one or two starts when Teddy was injured on some things. But Austin has really played solid for us this year. And so I think what's happened is we've had more continuity and we've got older guys now that are starting to have more experience up there. Every one of those guys physically have also changed. And I think that makes a lot of difference. I think physically now we do match up better. Am I going to say that, hey, we're going to match up, we're going to win the trenches on Saturday? Not saying that because I know they're extremely good. They're tremendously talented there. But also we've gotten better. And I think that is a huge part as well of what we have accomplished because when you can be good in the offensive line, when you can run the ball consistently, when you can protect the quarterback, give him time, obviously your offense is going to be better. We will be challenged this week. We know that without a doubt. But also, I think these guys are excited for those kind of challenges.